Hello and welcome to HiveCoffee tonight on the Bit blockchain stream. I'm your host Mike, and I'm just drinking some coffee. You can interact with me on leofinance.io. I'm going to post the link in the live screen description. Don't mind me just getting to work. Alright, so first things first. I don't have headphones on, so that's... I'm going to turn that way down, and we'll see how that is. Maybe make it much quieter. There we go. We'll see how that works for now. Hopefully it doesn't screw up watching video audio too bad. And turn that up a bit. I can turn this down. How's that sound? Leave some comments, please. I just need a little bit of feedback on the volume. And I'm going to create a post here on HiveCoffee. Alright, so this is a sequence of posts. I hope you're all having a fantastic night. It is Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021, and the groundhog, depending on which one, either sees his shadow or doesn't, and in about 6 weeks, well, it'll probably still be cold, so I wouldn't worry about an early spring. I think spring doesn't really start until April, May, June, so just hang on tight. I'm going to open up the HiveCoffee Discord right now just to see if anybody's online. Alright, I'm going to put the new link in the new post. Alright, now where's the YouTube link? I'm gonna have to save this in a second. There we go. So I'm pasting this link here. That's actually pretty quick. Uh-oh, this is going to do something funny. Alright, so I'm here in the Dark Flame Studios YouTube channel. I am streaming live HiveCoffee on the Bit blockchain stream, and tonight we are looking at Leo Finance. As you can see, I'm preparing a post. HiveCoffee on the Bit blockchain stream, and tonight we are looking at Leo Finance. As you can see, I'm preparing a post. Alright, so let's see if this works, because I got another video here, so I have to fix my HTML. There we go. Hello? No, nobody yet. Come on down, I'm drinking coffee, I'm streaming live. Hello? Nobody yet. Come on down, I'm drinking coffee. I would love to talk about Leo Finance with anybody who also uses the interface. You can check out leofinance.io, and I'm going to also put a sign up link here. You can sign up quickly using eSency, and you're going to get your password in your email, and you can get your account started right now. You can sign up quickly using eSency, and you're going to get your password in your email. I think this looks good. What do you think? Dark Flame Studios live stream chat. It says it has 2 people watching now, so thank you for watching the broadcast. If you can't hear me. Oh, yeah. I just have the volume down. Sorry for me just checking all this out, but I'm making sure I'm set up properly, so when Steve gets back, we can chat a little bit more. I'm composing my HiveCoffee Live Tonight post. And we are live, I guess. HiveCoffee, Leo Hive Coffee. And who knows what else we're going to get to talking about tonight. Follow HiveCoffee, a new show where I drink coffee and talk to Hivers. Join the HiveCoffee Discord chat so we can have a conversation about what interests you. I have a schedule here and I intend to fill it up. Please volunteer below and tell me what you'd like to discuss on HiveCoffee. Tag someone you would like to see. Who will be my guest tonight? I have a schedule image here. I had a great video with Disregard Fiat that came out this week. You can check it out right here in this post. I'm going to link into the video description. You can check out deluxe.io and follow deluxe.io on -io on Hive. I want to tell Hive stories. When did you sign up? When did it get really exciting for you? What do you love about Hive right now? And what problems are you trying to solve? Let's talk about why Hive rocks. So you can follow HiveCoffee, set up the Hive vote, and join the HiveCoffee Discord chat. I've got that open right here. You can join the room, you can click on the audio channel, and we'll be able to have a great conversation here. If you have a webcam, you'll even be able to do that. So I'm going to post this right now. If you have a webcam, you'll even be able to do that. So I'm going to post this. This looks pretty good. Okay, publish. And this is how easy it is to post to Leo Finance. See, instantaneously, just a few seconds ago, my post with 224 words. Right here outlining basically why I'm going live right now. Now this show has evolved just as life, of course, does, and I'm looking forward to the next year because there's going to be all sorts of new opportunities, and you know, you don't know what you don't know. And I want to learn as much as I can about Hive and also about other Hivers that are building things on the blockchain, and specifically on the Hive blockchain. There's other advantages that I've talked about in previous videos, but I'm just hanging out tonight, drinking some coffee. I'm going to start reading some posts. You can kind of follow along on the monitor here because I want you to be able to see me as I'm curating Leo Finance. And hopefully we'll find somebody who wants to join the chat. Okay, is this working? Did I break it? No, edit post. Oh, this is the old one. Okay, so I can just back. There we go. So you can log in and edit your post, but everything is permanent. It's stamped into the Hive blockchain. Hive blocks. Oops. That's not right. Hive blocks is the base layer. You can see all the hypertext here in the post and the properties. So if you want to know when something that you posted was published, that timestamp is exactly here, and you can copy this hyperlink above. If you're viewing your profile on Hive blocks, there's a hash number next to each entry in your Hive ledger here, and you can copy that if you want to reference it. But the best way to look at it is, of course, using either PeakD, which is a fantastic front end. Gives you the most tools and controls over your account. You can revoke authorities, you can change your profile banner, you can change your settings. So if you prefer to view all your posts kind of side by side like this, you can set that setting. There's a couple different ways that you can do this, depending on how you'd like to view the posts you've made on Hive. But I'm excited about a second layer solution called Leo Finance. Leo is a token on the Hive engine, and you can see here the supply of Leo and the market capitalization right now is $3.2 million, which is quite fantastic. And when you use the Hive blockchain, you get Hive power paid to your account as you're using it. But with Leo Finance, you also earn the Leo token, and I've been fascinated with this the past week because I've just started using it. Leo Finance has always been on my radar for a long time. Members from the Leo Finance community have created a lot of great content, and now that I'm using leofinance.io, I'm seeing a lot more of it, and I'm seeing the quality of the posts. And we can click on the trending, and you can see here some of the best authors. Now, this first post here is by an account called Trumpman, and this is a game actually called D-City, and there's elections in the game, and so users can run for president of D-City and set the rules. So it looks like there's some things that Trumpman wants to do for the D-City game. You see he's runner-up. City Helper is currently president of D-City, and Dream with 2 M's is runner-up number 3. That's pretty cool. I'm just live hanging out here, drinking coffee. Alright, so I'm going to refresh this. And I'm just going to change the window for a moment. Let's go to Bitcoin prices. I'll just check that out right now. It looks like it's been trading down, but it's $35,931 at this moment. I'm listening to my volume settings right now. Oh, it looks like Steve's... I'm listening to my volume settings right now. Oh, it looks like Steve's... Alright. Hey, no worries, I'm just hanging out here. I wonder... Yeah, so I'm going to paste the link. I wonder... So I'm going to paste the link. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of feedback here because I'm playing with the audio settings. I want to make sure there's going to be a little bit of feedback here because that the volume playing with the audio settings. I want to make sure that the volume. Hello. Testing 1 2 3. Alright, so here I am. Hello, is that better? Fantastic. I'm just hanging out here drinking some coffee. Gonna see if I can get anybody who wants to chat with me in the HiveCoffee chat or on YouTube where I'm live. I tried to get the volume settings a little bit better. Chat with me in the HiveCoffee chat or on YouTube where I'm live. Yeah, that volume's pretty quiet, isn't it? How's that? Volume, 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 volume. Volume, 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 volume. I guess I have to keep doing this, hey? Well, sometimes I like to listen to music, and sometimes I don't want to. Oh, fantastic. It looks like you're the guest today on HiveCoffee. I'm enjoying a coffee, and you are too. If you'd like to pop over to the Discord, we could chat in there. Sometimes I like to listen to music, and sometimes I don't want to. Oh, fantastic. It looks like you're the guest today on Hive. Close that. Your TV has live chat now. That's fantastic. Okay. I'm going to copy this and paste it right here. Wonder if it'll work. Coffee. I'm enjoying a coffee, and you are too. If you'd like to pop over to the Discord, we can chat in there. Wonder if it'll work. All right. So I was just reading this post here. Just seeing the recently created posts. Random thoughts. David and Goliaths. What's this? I actually have some food here too. I think everything's working still. Oh, that's awesome. That you can talk to the videos you watch. Yeah, I heard a talk a while back about how the future's voice, like things will be voice automated. I think we might have even talked about that before. But I do find myself using voice to text as often as I can. It doesn't quite work as much as it used to. Like it used to pick up my voice and words very clearly, but it doesn't seem to do that as much anymore. But I do find text as often as I can. I gotta turn this music way down, I think. Maybe like we'll do 5, and you can tell me if you can still hear the music. I did have somebody lined up who wanted to chat, but I don't think that'll happen until tomorrow. But we're just hanging out here. Yeah, make sure you see my latest post. I just posted it 8 minutes ago. Watch HiveCoffee live tonight. I also created this, which I'm going to save. that. Is this even working? Come on. Play. I think I fixed that. I'm just adding something in the background here. Hang on. I can do this and go to this, and then you can probably still see what I'm doing here on the computer. Okay. It keeps beeping, and I don't know if that's somebody chatting with me unless they're in... See, I have so many groups on Discord that it's constantly beeping in the background. Okay, there we go. That worked. Okay, I think I did that right. Alright, so I got a Bitcoin QR on the right side of the screen there. So there is now an official HiveCoffee donation address if you wanted to donate Bitcoin. Otherwise, you can send transfers to HiveCoffee on Hive. You can send Hive, or you can just give us your upvotes. I appreciate all those upvotes that I get from followers as well as new subscribers. Turn off studio mode there. So what I like to do on HiveCoffee is talk about the price of coffee in Bitcoin, which coffee here in Canada is approximately $2.10 for an extra large triple triple. And so $2.10 in Bitcoin right now is 4,586 Satoshis, which is probably an incredibly high price. We'll look back on this and think of all the Lamborghinis we could have bought for the price of a cup of coffee. So pop over to Hive, and I'm just going to compose this, I think, in the comments on this. So this is actually where I'm live. It is on Leo Finance, and you can just click on the video at the top, and this should be the live stream. There we go. Bam, there I am. So please log in to leofinance.io and leave a comment on this post right here. I will give it my upvote, and you can be a guest on this as well. I would enjoy having somebody to chat with if you join the Discord. And if you have a webcam, you can even join me here in the virtual space. I'm just modifying this post because I seem to have two of the same tags at the bottom. Bam. Update. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. So Phil is in the live chat. You can also join this one here. If you do have a microphone, you can click on the HiveCoffee interviews channel. I'm in here now. And there's that. I still have to save this. Save. There we go. Stream health. change the music up. If you have any suggestions for the conversation, I am open to talking about anything. We could talk about, well, first I'm looking at the price of Hive in Canadian, which is 19 cents. So for a price of a cup of coffee, that's the Discord, we're looking at 10.98 Hive for an extra large triple. Now, Hive dollars went on a bit of a tear the other day, but the price equilibrium seems to have been found around, well, right now it's at $1.50 Canadian. So if I punch in $2.10 Canadian, that would be about 1.405, or sorry, 09 Hive right now. For HBD. And Leo, well, there's wrapped Leo on CoinGecko, so we can do that. Where'd it go? Alright, so 210, that would be 3.02 Leo tokens. So where does that go? There we go. Leo. And that's wrapped Leo, but the current Leo price is probably pretty close to the same. Sorry, I hear something beeping in the background there. Ah, hey Phil. Welcome to the chat. I can't hear you, but I can see that you've joined the channel. So welcome. And then okay, where am I? So wrapped Leo is 69 cents Canadian. US, I'll switch back to because we usually do look at it in US. It looks like about 54 cents on CoinGecko. If this loads. There we go. All right, so yeah, W Leo is 53 cents, 539. Hive is 15 cents on here. And Ethereum is $1,520. So I guess we'll just leave it for that.
Can you hear me now?
Hey, how's it going, Phil? I can hear you now. That's great.
Just having some issues with these headphones.
Yeah, this is just a casual hangout. I figured I'd go live while I try to figure out these settings and see if somebody wanted to come on and talk about something interesting to them about either Hive or Leo Finance or any other cryptocurrencies you're interested in. What do you want to talk about?
So this Discord chat goes through live?
Yeah, well, I'm streaming here, my desktop on the computer. You're showing up on the computer monitor on my OBS, and that's streaming to YouTube. And then the YouTube video is posted in the recent HiveCoffee post. So that hopefully somebody on Hive will... Sorry, go ahead.
We'll definitely get into something here with you. I'm just brewing some.
Definitely. There's a little bit of a delay, but I'll just be patient with how that works. I turned off the music for the moment. You know, in this lockdown nonsense, we have to take the time to reach out and connect with people. And I'm glad that you're on Hive. I know that there's some things about Hive that you post about and that you're interested in. So if you want to talk about some of that, that's pretty cool. We're just streaming live on YouTube. as well as leofinance.io. There are links to sign up in the description and in the main post you can find. I'm going to go back and curate a little bit. Some recent posts.
Just cue me to talk. Just cue me to talk because it's your show and I don't want to have any spam, going out at your audience.
Definitely. Well, if your stuff is set up, you can go right ahead. I'm just browsing Leo Finance created right now, seeing some new posts. So go ahead, Phil, if you want to talk about cryptos that you're interested in or you're excited about, anything related to Hive that's exciting to you, take it away.
Just happy to know other people into autonomous currencies mainly. I like having coffee, and that's why I'm here. A way more casual note, if anyone who follows me is listening, you'll know how serious I can get over some social political issues, and privacy especially. So I'm definitely here to take a more casual level of discussion about cryptocurrency instead of the meticulous trading, technical analysis, and privacy rights that I normally am going off about.
Definitely. So why is privacy important? Why should people value privacy?
I think privacy and identity are two sides of the same coin, to put that in a simple way to sum it up for a big audience.
Privacy by default has come up as a discussion topic. And, I think that people really should have the right to personal privacy, although some would argue that, if you're not doing anything wrong, you shouldn't worry about everybody knowing everything about you. And there's definitely a line between, personal property and this is mine versus something that, we all share, something like, the water. We would say that nobody owns the river, but, a company could set up a filtration plant and sell the water if they wanted to, Nestle, for example. So if people start putting privacy on the back burner, that opens up all sorts of problems, doesn't it? If people don't take the privacy seriously.
An easy comparison you can make is if you lock your door, it's probably to keep things inside your house that you privately own safe. Would you just leave your door open online? Because that's what you're doing when you use HTTP or an unencrypted protocol.
People tend to reuse the same passwords, and I think there's going to be a lot of leaks of people's personal information, like passwords, and people's SIN numbers are always ripped off, and identity theft is a very prevalent thing. We should probably start using more of these tools that allow us to have privacy by default, I guess is what I was trying to get at before. Privacy by default seems like common sense, but we don't use privacy by default, do we?
Yeah, that's just the case, and there's a lot of people on Hive who actually are quite active about bringing that up. Something that no one thinks about is that our domain name servers is something I've been thinking about a lot lately. DNS is what most people know it as. Cloudflare provides, I think it's over 80 or 90% of the volume of internet traffic. So this one organization has way too much authority and potential to perform dangerous man-in-the-middle attacks on basically all of known cyberspace. And who needs to be trusted with that type of responsibility when we could run a decentralized and private business model of the internet? You know, people keep suggesting these big enterprise solutions for everything, and there could even be a solution close to home that you already have, just with an increased latency. And as we can already see, Hive runs, I think, at 5,000 milliseconds when you ping. You've done this, right? You ping the nodes, and it'll say like over thousands. I think it says over 3,000 on average milliseconds ping to connect to a Hive node. So if we can run Hive off of 3,000 milliseconds latency, I don't see what the issue is, you know, with data encryption. It's some excuse that people are making probably to be lazy. This is why they don't offer privacy by default. And they usually would point my finger at lazy human behavior, you know, lazy development is the only reason they wouldn't have end-to-end encryption across their entire platform, because it's a really, like, a heavy burden of workload to fully encrypt a network from end to end. And hiring a cryptographer that makes you cryptography, you know, that's secure, that's a whole other game.
VPN is something that has become more and more popular these days. I'm starting to see a lot of ads for VPN and people talking about it. Can you talk a little bit about VPN and why people should use some sort of virtual private network when accessing the internet these days?
It's basically just to protect your IP address is the only thing that you're going to get out of a VPN. And if the DNS was run properly, and I can't talk because I can't perform this type of audit, you know, I'm not technically versed to, you know, be speaking about this, just so you know. But it's all you're doing is hiding your IP address, and you can already randomize your MAC address on most devices. So if you have some way of altering or recompiling your IP address when it gets sent out to the public through your internet service provider before it hits the wall, ideally, then you're basically achieving the same end goal as having a VPN. I don't know if there's other ways to randomize an IP address. You could randomly change it yourself. You know, every hour you could go and reconfigure your whole router, but that'd be quite painstaking if you had a family or other people using the network, right, who had to go through IP config every evening. But,
yeah.
You know, that's the end game of a VPN, is protecting your identity online, and all the VPN is doing is hiding your IP from the endpoint so that your data can't be logged and tracked by Google, other big companies who aren't going to pay you. And, you know, a lot of people have problems with giving their data to these big companies for nothing in return, right? They just get walked all over. Their data gets sold to third parties, and Google, Facebook, whole they profit off of this. Well, the end user gets nothing, being a guinea pig, you could argue, in some people's context.
Okay, so I have a quote here. I posted this on my Facebook, and one of my friends said, okay, so I'm going to read the quote first. It says, Bitcoin, is this working here? Let me just go back. Yeah, so you should be able to see this. Bitcoin is humanity's best opportunity to escape fiat-driven cycles of boom and bust, allowing people worldwide to build our future on a solid and significantly more equitable economic foundation. Now, I had one of my friends comment and say that they disagree. There's no need for any kind of economy. We should be happy helping each other. The common goal should be to improve the overall well-being of the people around us. And also, what happens to your coins if we experience another Carrington event? I am pretty sure that there are going to be underground servers that will probably still work, even if we have a Carrington size event. Now, if we have a solar event the size of the one in the movie Knowing, which was at like X99 and burns the surface of the Earth to a crispy crust, then okay, we're going to have bigger problems than whether the Bitcoin is still in the wallet or not. But I think that Bitcoin is going to be here for a long time. A lot of these data centers are very secure, and even a little bit of a power glitch, there's going to be backup underground, and I wouldn't worry too much about the ledger. That's one of the cool things about Bitcoin, is that it's a distributed ledger, and let's say 90% of the network does get burned to a crisp. As long as some of those servers are still running, I think that Bitcoin will be okay. What do you think, Phil?
Can you just restate the question?
Oh,
Looking at something else.
so this quote that I have here on the screen: Bitcoin is humanity's best opportunity to escape fiat-driven cycles of boom and bust, allowing people worldwide to build our future on a solid and significantly more equitable economic foundation. So just your response to this statement here, and then also, what do you think would happen if we had a solar flare Carrington event that knocked out part of the planet's infrastructure? What happens to our Bitcoins then?
To directly talk about Bitcoin, that's a lot of information, but someone once told me that if you're running 6 nodes, that's all that you would need to keep the Bitcoin mainnet alive. I don't know if that means protected against 51% attacks or any sort of the volatilities, or if it's a stable network, but apparently 6 addresses or 6 nodes running on laptops even would be all you'd need connected to each other talking simultaneously to keep the mainnet alive.
And if, let's say Elon Musk takes Bitcoin to Mars, well, hopefully there would be a ledger on Mars running, even if the Earth was wiped out, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, the internet communicated to each other. I don't know about high latency, because mining, you can't Sorry, I need this coffee. You can't have over 200 milliseconds of latency when you're mining, or you'll get stale shares. So I don't know about Mars having the Bitcoin blockchain personally. Maybe someone else could vet for this, someone who works for Elon Musk and knows that there's low latency interorbital network connections, because that's all you'd need is a reliable network connection to keep over 6 nodes synchronized.
I'm actually very interested to see how that will go. They've put up all those Starlink satellites, and if they do that around Mars, then maybe we'll have high-speed internet on our Mars vacation. Who knows? So it looks like the SpaceX SN9 did not hit the landing. I was just looking for the better quality video here. There we go. So here's the live video.
Related note, everything is up today. Ethereum broke its all-time high today. I'm not even into Ethereum, but that's good for them. See what it's at here. Yeah, Ethereum is $1,500 or 1,900 Canadian.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. And I had 23 that got screwed away from me in that DAO way back in 2016. That's why I rage quit the network. Like I said, I just don't understand how I was mining Ethereum and ended up with Ethereum Classic. That's really confusing to me. Why I would have, a different currency at the end of the day and not the original currency. I had no Ethereum to be found, but I had Ethereum Classic.
So was that a mistake that happened somehow with
It's way beyond me, to be honest. It's something that we shouldn't talk about. It's so complex. I just know that there was a bunch of red flags and a blackmail from a hacker posted publicly stating that he was going to rob this Ethereum pool, and he thought the DAO was basically idiotic. He denounced the project, and that's what scared me. And then after reading that, I thought that the developers, whoever was responsible for this DAO, must have been retarded or something. Sorry to use that word, but mentally challenged, because I don't understand what happened if there's a black hat hacker publicly blackmailing the developers about a hack that's going to take place, and then they would go and make that decision. That just doesn't make sense to me. When that's literally what, you can't really do much when someone has back-end access to your system and they can manipulate it. Like, they're not being a good person, but they screwed us all over by not immediately reversing all the changes in 2016 that were taking place to build this DAO. They could have undone it, is what the hacker was saying. And I don't know if it was some internal conflict or maybe an ex-coder for Ethereum, but that's where it goes beyond me. I don't know why no one responded to the public warnings. It was all well documented that the public was being warned, to get out of Ethereum. And sadly, I didn't, because I trusted the developers. I should have sold my Ethereum as soon as I seen that blackmail about the DAO, because it was in a public forum. I could probably find a link and throw it in the chat if you want.
Yeah, please do, in the Discord if you like.
The credits are cool. The whole thing with Ethereum's interesting, but I got out of it in 2016, and that's where I left it. You know what I mean? Where you bury the hatchet.
Yeah, Ethereum was a little bit interesting to me, but when I tried to run the node or run the software, it took a week. It didn't even work. I was like, this is way above my level, and I was interested in a few other projects at the time too. So Ethereum, even still, just seems really risky to me. There's a lot of projects that are nothing, and like you've pointed out, the amount of tokens that are being created. Even I think Vitalik said something about how many tokens were being created. It is quite astounding to see, and it was one of the first places you could go to create a token. So that's sort of one reason why it's so big. But a lot of the things that Ethereum can do, I think that Hive can do, if not better.
Interesting. We're talking about side chains now, right?
Yeah. And the leofinance.io website is basically the Hive engine second layer. And it's pretty interesting how they're rewarding users with Leo tokens. Sort of an example of what can be done. I know that there are other tokens on Hive that are rewarding users with tokens for use. I also enjoy those social tokens like wine and beer tokens that you can share with other users.
Threaten to downvote people for the wine and beer, and it causes so much drama. But there's these drama tokens too. But I've noticed maybe they didn't get forked over to Hive from Steam, because on Steam, when I would go troll people, they would give me drama tokens, because I'm stirring up shit.
Right.
And I kind of miss that.
That's interesting. I wonder.
Hive engine right now.
Yeah, check it out. I also like the Leo Dex front end. It's pretty handy. It uses keychain though, which is not my favorite, but
well, public service announcement. The Hive engine servers are currently undergoing a system upgrade. I read about this earlier too in the Hive Hustlers community.
Yeah, that's a good
We're probably
thing.
the most happening thing on the blockchain right now. Think about it. This live stream is the only thing happening until this hard fork or this upgrade is done, because half the services are down.
Interesting.
So this chat is where it's at. Get your Hive friends in here if you're listening to this. There's nothing better to do. We can't even trade.
Did you see the trading that was going on the other day? It looks like Hive dollars went up to $4 in Upbit.
Hive went up to $4.
Yeah, on Upbit they were
talking dollars. Hive-backed dollars, you're talking?
Yeah, I'll pull up my post here. So you see it on CoinGecko as this. It shot up to $4, but I checked out the Upbit, and Hive dollars were trading for 5,521 Bitcoin on this market here, and then just a little bit less on the other exchange. It sold off, and I don't use Upbit, so I didn't transfer any Hive there to sell off either. But you can see that Hive dollars are worth a lot more than they are right now.
It's 15 cents per Hive. My efforts paid off. I've been trying to stimulate a bunch of volume on Bittrex because my funds are trapped in there right now. Since they delisted Zcash, I've been in this nightmare on Bittrex. All these currencies are under maintenance right now for Hive, so I can't withdraw dollars or Hive. And I've been basically forced to just high risk trade Hive because it's a high risk asset. And it's pointless just having my Hive sit there and not be powered up. But at least we got a reaction because we're sitting at like the top end of the trend since early December. This is the best price if you want to sell some Hive or buy some. It's a good trend to get in on to buy, but this is the best price that we've had since November, pretty much. Yeah, early November, and in October is when the last time we had 15-cent Hive.
Definitely. There's a lot of support and a lot of new people finding Hive.
And a lot of people buying Leo, cough, cough, cough. Everyone just buys Leo, cough, cough.
Well, I kind of describe the Hive engine as double vesting because you can put your Hive into your account and you can power it up to vest it, so you get vesting shares. And then, when you turn Hive into Hive Swap and you put it into the Hive engine, it's kind of like powering it up because it takes a step or two to get it out, right? And the more people do this, the more people put Hive into the Hive engine and support these tokens, it's going to drive up demand. Hopefully the price will go up as well. But, what's interesting about Leo, though, I was looking at this part the other day. It might not load at this moment, but the Leo tokenomics show...
Consider muting your Discord.
Sure. How do I do that? Deafen.
Just because the note sound is quite protrusive and it might make it hard to hear what we're saying.
Okay, maybe I can turn off that sound.
There should be an easy check or a box. I don't use the desktop application much. PivX is a winner today. Holy, that one was a sleeper for a while, but in the last 7 days it's up 50% and 22% of that was today.
Interesting.
60-cent PivX. You have to buy 10,000 of them to run your own node, so that could be why they drove the price down, I was thinking. It's a really wise decision, even though it wasn't a good move for their market, interpretation, because it just crashed essentially. But if people need to buy friggin' 10,000 of these things, even at 50 cents or 10 cents, that's a big investment, right? $1,000 just to run a node, or 5,000 just to run a node.
Well, you need 32 Ethereum to do anything, so that's $48,448 right now.
Sorry for using that word, but I literally think it's accurate. I don't mean that in a demeaning way, like that is actually not mentally sound.
Well, it just doesn't seem right to burn your money in order to move it. And the fees are just ridiculous. Like, I have a couple tokens that I can't even do anything with. It's like, do I want to burn some money so I can move them? Not really. I'll wait till the fee problem is solved, or doesn't make a big difference. But yeah, Dogecoin is still up over a month.
This Bitcoin rally is literally like the devil on roller skates here, if you've been watching this thing.
Oh yeah, I had a poll on Hive, on Dpoll, and I asked, is Bitcoin going to go higher, lower, or sideways? And it looks like it's going sideways, essentially. It's been up and...
You know how crazy this is? You know that this is a bottom W. I'll post a screenshot of this in the chat. Like, we went from where's this kind of pump start? It was 19,000 and it broke through 20 and then stagnated for a bit at 23,000, and that's when I was getting interested. I didn't even get a buy in because I was at all-time high again. But it broke out from 23,000 and went to 40,000, nearly doubling. And then it came down into this bottom W And so that bottom W means that it could be a reversal of a trend and we're going to go even higher, but we'll have to see. I'm going to send a screenshot now.
Yeah, if you can circle that.
I should just make a Hive post because of where we are, but I keep my technical analysis off of Hive.
No problem.
Not something I've ever really shared publicly because I don't want someone to say that they looked at my chart and blame me for them losing money.
Well, this video is by no means financial advice at all. I am just drinking coffee, hanging out here on YouTube, live streaming, and I've made a post on Leo Finance. So if you're watching this video, you can log on to leofinance.io. You can find me at HiveCoffee, and you can vote on this post and any recent posts within the last 6 days. There's lots of great content on Leo Finance and on Hive, but Leo Finance is a second layer solution. It's still being updated literally at this moment. The Hive engine is going through an update. So don't panic. You can still use Peak D to log in and post and curate. There's lots of solutions, and that's what's great about a decentralized web is that, even if one front end is updating, that doesn't mean the whole thing is gone. Your coins are safe as well as your metadata, which is stamped into every block on the Hive chain.
And then I sent you that screen. You should pull it up and show people just while I was talking about it so we don't lose the thought. But that's what I call the messy face bottom W there. I don't know what is happening because that is a monster high price. But if that is a bottom W, then who knows where we can go up from here. And you can already see that green tail forming.
Where did you post this?
In the Global Connect chat.
Oh, okay, sure.
When I first seen that, I called it the messy face bottom W because Bitcoin was just train wrecking, after hitting an all-time high like that, it was just like, was what was happening to that market. For people who don't understand how crazy this is, because it's all just numbers, like to put some insight or, intrinsic value to how high this price is, that's over 10 troy ounces of gold that Bitcoin is. Like one Bitcoin is over 10 troy ounces in weight of gold. So that's a pretty valuable hard asset.
So on the screen right here, you can see the bitcointicker.co that I have, and that's pretty much that W, isn't it? Right there. Or is that just today? No, that's today. Let me just throw up this image you sent. Having trouble changing windows. Got too many things on the screen, but I really need 2 monitors, maybe 3. Alright. Minimize that.
I got a monitor I can sell you with 5 millisecond response time. And I was also going to say, too, I don't even know how many viewers are on this stream, but I will double any of their donations to your show.
Oh, fantastic.
In Hive, it has to be a Hive donation.
Well, thank you very much. That's fantastic. I hope that people will consider either transferring some Hive to HiveCoffee on Peak D or whatever Hive interface you like to use. Or you can send Bitcoin to that QR code on the top right side of the screen there. That's a Bitcoin address. I'm just looking for this. There you go. Bam. Alright, so this is Bitcoin. Trading sideways, down. But not, they say, it's crashing, and I've been posting sarcastically on Twitter for the last 2 months. Oh no, Bitcoin crashed to whatever price. It's all over. Because that's what happens every time the price drops and you get these red candles. Everyone writes articles saying, Bitcoin's over. But I check the Block Explorer and it's still spitting out Bitcoins, so must be working here. I think I can probably add this too. Existing. I think it's this one. There we go.
The bottom W I was talking about, yeah, look at that thing. It got kind of messed up on the first bottom, but all the buying, you see there at the end, the green at the bottom, the volume.
Yeah, right here.
I think that's an RSI that you have there on that one, but the volume at the bottom of this one represents the bottom W I was talking about. When you see a W pattern like that, you have to make a guess because you haven't seen it climb, right? The big climb it did there after the second bottom. But you can see all the buying going on, and you have to get used to reading that, right? Because all that green and that volume, especially the 4 bars in a row of pure buying, you can probably guess that's going up. But at its all-time high, that's a super high-risk bet.
Yeah, it definitely could fall a lot further, but if demand is increasing, we could definitely see a lot higher. Now, how many days do we have until the next block halving? I think it's still over 1,000. $1,188 days till the next block reward halving, and then we're going to see probably another big increase in price, but it could basically go sideways until then. So lots of time to acquire more Bitcoin. And then, of course, any
short to Zcash, anytime that Bitcoin goes on a bull run like this, it's made on the same 21 million coin algorithm, and it's going to see through to the same total coin count. So if Zcash is under $100 and Bitcoin's on some crazy moon run, it's really reasonable to assume that people are going to diversify, and if you beat them to those major alts like Monero as well, Litecoin is one, but I've always had bad luck with Litecoin. I admit I always make terrible calls on Litecoin, so never listen to me if I'm talking about Litecoin.
Well, Litecoin was pretty cheap a little while back, and it's up to 150 right now. Litecoin's a good coin to choose if you're not sure what kind of cryptocurrency you want to get into. Of course, buy Bitcoin is the main one, and then any altcoins you decide to get, that's your own personal choice. Whatever you prefer, that's what you can pick. But people like Max Kaiser will tell you very enthusiastically that altcoins only exist to steal your Bitcoin. And you can argue with him on Twitter all you like, but he does have a good point. But the way I look at it is that, Bitcoin solved one problem. And there are all these other problems that are being solved by various coins and various projects. And some of these tokens have a project attached. Some of them are just tokens. Some of them are smart contracts. Some of them are literally just nothing. And there's no volume and nothing is happening. And we refer to these casually as shitcoins. But in a world of fiat currencies, the true shit coin or the true scam coin is this US dollar. We don't even know how many there are, and the supply is not capped. And so, I mean, I think a stablecoin option is not a bad idea. You know, if they can't beat you, join you. Well, now governments around the world are either looking at Bitcoin or they're considering making their own stablecoins, which is quite funny. I would love to see a world in which people had the freedom to choose the currency that they prefer, whether they want to use euros or they want to use dollars or they want to use bitcoins or Zcash, or if they prefer to use Dogecoins. And what's interesting about what's going on in like the crypto verse is that a lot of different projects are trying to figure out how do we exchange tokens, different types of tokens for others. And so we have exchanges that are third parties. The best thing to do is to learn how to run a node for each of these cryptocurrencies, and then you can exchange them using different services, or you can just trade them with people who want those currencies. I mean, originally Bitcoin had no value, and somebody had to convince a pizza shop to let them pay with Bitcoins, and now we all celebrate that day, and that transaction is worth more than ever. I don't even want to look and see how much my Age of Empires 2 game cost, because I paid for that with Bitcoin, and it's well worth it, because it's a good game.
I just got a kind of funny idea. I was having a reflection on what type of show this is and the content people are watching. And it'd be funny to see some people like us drinking beer and doing commentary on sports, though, because, you know, the sports token on Hive.
Oh, okay. I don't know too much about it, but somebody was posting about it.
Or watching the drafts, you know, when they do these popular press events for the Major League Sports, and when the drafts are going on, they could evaluate everything in Hive instead of the US dollars, you know, like in mainstream media. It'd be a cool spin that you could put on sports media, because with all the fancy dollar figures they always throw out, you could evaluate it in Hive and use that as a utility to promote for Hive, because people watching those sports broadcasts may tune into yours and start hearing the quotes you're giving out instead.
That's actually a really good point, and probably a great idea. I think I have the right background for that even.
On sports commentary, but I do love watching soccer and hockey. It wouldn't be me for that job, but I'm sure there's someone on Hive who gets passionate, and like the Gears of War moderators. Holy, if you've ever heard commentary on a Gears of War competitive circuit match, that's pretty funny.
Suppose we could do it here. I'm just trying to figure out where's that podium. Nope.
Speaking of podiums, I gotta go to my cannabis podium. I'll be right back.
Hey, no worries. Thanks for joining me here in my live stream. I'm just trying to find a window that I can use. We could talk about sports. There we go, newsroom. I can use that, but I shouldn't change the podium. I think I should just add a new layer here. Okay. Image. Sports. Sports room, we'll call this. And in the sports room, we're going to use this newsroom that we've used before. Okay, video. Move me over here. I think that's big enough. Hey, join me, if you see this live, join me in the Discord. Link is on... Oops. Sorry, I'm just playing with something in the software. There we go, close that. Locked. Video. Awesome. Okay. The sports room is going to need a filter so I can do the green screen on the monitor there. Chroma key. There we go. I'm just hanging out. This is just a casual me drinking coffee. HiveCoffee. Is this USD altcoin a scam? I heard they don't even have any gold. Okay. I think I'm ready in the next one. I'm going to have to put something back here, though. Behind. We'll call this behind.
Maybe we could just contract some people, with our upload. People who want to get auto uploaded and start doing sports commentary and partner with us. We need Hive Sports to go with Hive Coffee.
Definitely. Well, there is the sports token. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, that's what I was referencing. You could post all on their network, just like Hive Coffee here is on its own hashtag.
Right, but is there anybody else doing any commentary on this?
On coffee?
On sports. If not, then we should definitely consider.
You could name it Hive Coffee Sports, I guess. Like coffee and sports go great together too.
Well, I'm making a window here, but I'm having an error with this thing. I'm going to remove this.
Still looking at this bottom W and laughing.
Get off this Bitcoin train.
Bitcoin is such a good price to sell. Like, if you're some moonshot Bitcoin elitist like Matt Kaser, that's cool. But I got accused of Bitcoin maximalism when I started getting involved with Max Kaser.
The ideas that community carries started getting me accused of being a Bitcoin maximalist, and that's not at all what I am. I'm like a privacy and encryption maximalist, so that's how I naturally end up in the privacy coin debates all the time.
Well, I think
it mix your Bitcoin, dude.
I think originally, I think in the beginning, the idea that only Bitcoin made sense because there were so many projects that didn't really have a whole lot to it. But now you can't really say that because there are several, maybe more than several dozen projects that are actually legitimate. Like, for example, BAT tokens. BAT tokens are built to be a companion with some software written by a very reputable programmer who's found a solution for all of these ridiculous malware problems across the whole internet. And how do we access the internet without being victim to these marketing, I don't know what to call it, systems, I guess. All right, looks like we have Robbie in the chat. How's it going, Robbie? Well, it looks like we got two other people in here with me. We got Robbie and we got Fusion Phil. We're just hanging out drinking coffee tonight, live on YouTube and Leo Finance. You can find the post for this live stream at leofinance.io/@HiveCoffee. Here it is, and if you click on it, you can watch. So please leave.
Tezos is up 10%.
Woo!
It just popped. So if you got Tezos and you've been trying to get over $3, it's just barely been hugging over $3 for the longest time. So you probably got a few hours, and I mean less than 2 hours to sell if you want to get over $3 per peso. But keep in mind, Grayscale Financial 1 week ago just announced that they're now hedging Tezos along with Bitcoin, Zcash, Litecoin, and Ethereum. And I think Monero they also hedge now. As Warren Buffett says, right? Like, you buy when others are fearful, and you sell when others are greedy. and everyone banned privacy coins and is scared of them. So what do you think we should do if we want to make money with Warren Buffett's logic?
Well, it looks like Bitcoin is heading towards 35,565. It's quite a bit of volume trading, so it could go either ways, I suppose. But it's just under 36,000 at this moment.
I wonder what one Bitcoin worth a Hive is. That's just a hilarious idea, because if I went on the order book, I bet you there isn't even orders that big for Hive. That's probably a crazy amount of Hive. $30,000 of Hive? Like, man, imagine your upvote. Like, you have like a fucking $5 upvote?
Well,
just buying everyone coffee?
That's 237,881 Hive. So just about a quarter million Hive.
Biggest order I see is 0.6 Bitcoin at 140,000. So if you brought one Bitcoin on this market right now, and I used to have 16 back in the day, like, you know, old school Bitcoin prices, 16 Bitcoin was fucking piss in a jar, like less than Monero right now, and people would think it's for online gambling, and it would just be a bunch of problems, you know, back in 2016. But anyways, when you have Bitcoin like that, you know, thinking of how much someone could have now, I got out of Bitcoin, so how much someone could have now, that could be easy for them. And I don't know why Hive is stagnant, right? I've been actually wondering this since Hive is the focus of this conversation. I said I didn't want to get too technical, but, you know, I don't understand why Hive is so stagnant. And if you look on the 90-day charts, Hive is right at the bottom of the gainers with Monero. So Hive, Monero, and Tezos are all sleepers right now that have had only a 50% to 30% gain since all this volume increase and the coronavirus volatility. And that's on a 90-day trend I was mentioning, right? I said I didn't want to get too technical, but I just did that.
That's all right.
This is with the HiveCoffee.
We're just hanging out.
Like 90 days.
I'm trying to get this thing to work, but I don't know if it's going to do what I want it to do at this particular moment, so I might not worry about it too much. But I've got this sports room here. Let me just transition. Oh, there it is. Okay. Close that studio thing. This is supposed to be behind this.
I'm in this Max Caser public group. Are you happen to being in that thing too? It's the orange group or the orange pill, something like that?
I will double check. On Discord?
Some Telegram for some godforsaken reason.
Oh,
like,
no.
I literally don't understand that guy. Like, it's so random. Isn't he an RT reporter from like Russia Today or like Reuters? Which one was it?
Do you have a link?
Yeah. There's a public group, right? There's all these scammers and they're like bombing me. So just so you know, in that group, if you have on Telegram, make sure you have your privacy settings because it's a public group, right?
Okay.
And it's really annoying. Like, there's literally 150,000 messages since December 1st when I last looked at this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's active, like 10,000 daily messages, like a huge information vacuum. So it's a good group to be in.
I've been part of a couple chat groups that had a ridiculous amount of messages, and I pop in once in a while when I can, but I've left most of those. But if there's some good information, you never know. Alright, so this is kind of our sports desk. Where's the sports token? How do I do that? I could probably add a... I'm worried I might overload my OBS, but things are working pretty good right now. Sports. Alright, we're going to call this sports, and we're going to pull up. Oh, right, I'm not going to be able to do this yet. Maybe, is there like a sports group, or are we going to watch sports? Are we talking about watching the sports token? Oh yeah, the update's going on right now.
The sports thing, it's probably like illegal to like watch streams. I don't know. Everything's always illegal with sports. I've noticed every time I try and watch something on the internet, it's like humanly impossible to watch the game. You just have to watch it on cable television for some reason.
Yeah. Well, we can watch the sports token if it loads. There we go.
Oh, the sports token. Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be cool to actually like comment on a game or a golf match even.
Yeah.
But last time I checked, like it's humanly impossible to even see a live stream of one of these games, so it's completely moderated, it appears.
Well, we could do what those what are they called? Some news stations animate things that happen because they don't have footage for it, or just to talk about what happened, they do like a 3D animation. Could do something like that.
Wait a sec. I forgot about this type of contract. I'm no expert on this, but the way that news stations or like a radio station gets a copy of the CD or the music they're gonna play on air is on some kind of promotional thing. It's based on the news radio station promoting for the band, so that's why they get the content free to stream across their radio broadcast.
Okay.
But perhaps you could get the same contract for live streaming if you agreed to do commentary, but I don't know how that all works, right? You promote for them, but it's not like the NHL needs promotion, right? They already have like ESPN covering the whole thing.
Right.
And I think ESPN has rights to the game. Because when you buy that NHL app, you know what I'm talking about? There's a subscription service for NHL.
Yeah.
It's really exclusive, I've noticed, with hockey and specifically, just because we're North American, it's all year round we hear hockey here.
Right.
And football's the same thing. If you try and watch the stream outside of ESPN, like it'll usually be lower quality. The only place you're going to get the high quality HD version of a sports stream seems to be on ESPN or like one of two sports networks in reality. Fox Sports, I think, has a bit of coverage. But that's centralized, and we were just talking about how toxic that is. It's really not, inspiring to be a content creator, knowing that these big corporations have exclusive rights to a sport that we all love watching and talking about. And I'm sure the players themselves wouldn't care if we were watching and talking about them. Like, that's irrelevant to everyone on the ice, right?
So Leo is 52 cents right now. If I wanted to buy 100 Leo, it's about 356 Hive. But you can earn it just by posting on the Leo Finance interface. If you're watching this live stream, you can do that. There are links to the Discord, so you can join us in the chat room. And I have the chat room open here. I have two guests, Dr. B and Fusion Phil. And I'm just hanging out drinking some coffee. I might need to step away and get some more.
Yeah, I'm out.
Nobody likes cold bottom coffee, so I'm just going to switch my screen over to the Bitcoin charts. And I'm going to run downstairs and grab some coffee.
Yeah, blast some music. If we're all going AFK, you gotta put music on or I can't use.
How's that? Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. Alright, I'm back. I'm turning the volume down again because I want you to be able to hear me. So thank you so much. I've got 13 upvotes on the main post. You can see here on Leo Finance. This is the post right here, streaming live right now. And I do appreciate all those upvotes and your support. I am determined to speak with Hivers, people who use Hive, people who are developing on Hive, people who have projects and websites and are doing all sorts of cool things. Maybe all you do is post memes on Hive. I would love to talk with you. I'd love to have you over here chatting with me. I'm chatting with two of my friends right now in the Discord. There's a HiveCoffee Discord link in the main post that you can find. You can also follow HiveCoffee using HiveVote. Click on this link here. If you'd like to be on the show, you can comment on the main post and we can connect here in the Discord. I had a great chat with someone yesterday, or a couple days ago. I'm going to play a little bit of this right now. We've actually connected on here before, but this is Disregard Fiat. How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
When did you join Hive? Have you been around for a while?
Like 4 years ago. I got in almost as soon as it started, but I didn't post anything for almost a year.
Okay, cool, cool. What did you like about it when you first signed up, or did you kind of just ignore it?
When I first saw it, it looked like the most rudimentary thing I've ever seen. It was just like white, black text boxes, and I was just like, I don't get it. So I never made a post. It wasn't until I saw YouTube that I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here.
Right? I kind of spent the first year just blogging. You know, I liked building web pages, and so I was like, hey, cool, I can put HTML here, right? But there wasn't a lot of like how-to information. Like back then, a lot of my first posts were just like, hey, this is how easy it is to power up 15 cents of Bitcoin into, you know, Steam and then power it up. And I thought that was pretty neat. And for a long time, everyone was saying, oh, it's going nowhere. It's, you know, a scam, whatever. But I was having fun, you know, posting memes, reading really great content written by people who are taking the time and effort to making something great, you know, not just clickbait, but something meaningful.
Almost as soon as I saw D2, we started building Deluxe. I hadn't been around Hive at all, but as soon as I saw how D2 worked, I was just like, we've got to build this thing so that people can take advantage of this without knowing, you know, how to take advantage of this.
Right. So, okay, so that's exactly what I want to talk about here is Deluxe. What is it?
More or
So if you want to watch the whole interview, if you haven't already, it's also linked in the main post. Just visit leofinance.io/HiveCoffee /@HiveCoffee. I should probably put the link here at the bottom just so people can see. Just make a new text box. This is where you can find me. On Hive, you can comment there. You can join our Discord chat. I just turned the volume down. But as soon as I do this, maybe Courier? That'd be a good font. Okay. I hope you're all having a fantastic Tuesday night. Bitcoin is currently $36,000 US. If you're Canadian, it's even more. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think? Should it go there? Down at the bottom here. You know, I think all I need is a background for this, and then it'll be easier to see. Background. Bam! Alright. So this is where you can find me on Hive, the decentralized data layer for the internet that we all need in these days of censorship. Make your post on Hive. Share that on Facebook. Sure, they could censor you on Facebook, but if you're just sharing your link, they can't take that down. Is my microphone working? Yes.
Is deluxe. Can't take that down.
It seems to be working pretty good. So, who will be my next guest on Hive Coffee? I would love to talk to somebody about something that interests you related to Hive. I'm going to play some Splinterlands. Splinterlands is the collectible card game built on Hive. I have a quest. I need to win one more battle with the Earth Splinter. So let's do that right now. Ooh, I won 5 loot chests because I completed bronze level 3 in the last season. I can make this bigger. Oh, where'd my chests go? I lost it. Maybe if I refresh this page, it'll pop up again. There we go, battle. So, going up against a fire deck is probably not the best idea, but let's give it a shot. I'm going to use my Goblin Mech and my Rexy. Alright! Go Earth Splinter. Rumble. No! Come on, Goblin Mech, you can do it. Knockout! No! Well, that didn't go as expected. Alright, let's try this again. Where's my... So I'm ranked 3,000 in this. I'm not the best, but that's alright. Sorry, I was just watching that. Is anybody out there? Anybody watching my live stream? Well, I'm going to play another round of Splinterlands. I don't know where my... I won some cards. I accidentally clicked away. Maybe... Where do I open these? Nope. Shop? Open. That's cool. Whoa. Herbalist, Kobold Bruiser, Sniping Narwhal, Lone Boatman, Mother Kala. That's cool. Oh wow. That was neat. Okay, so I got another pack. Sniping Narwhal, Mantoid, Coral Wraith. That's cool. Magma Troll, Feasting Seaweed. That's cool. Alright, is that it? Packs? I think that's all I got. Okay, I don't know if that's what I was supposed to do, but... Alright, we'll try another battle. Maybe I can win one. See, I have to use this splinter, but maybe I'll use a Mantoid. And... Minotaur, I suppose. Okay, that beeping is really annoying, isn't it? I don't know how to change my setting here. Rumble. No! I lost again. Well, if you don't play, you can't win. I just can't believe I can't find my packs. Did I claim? I guess I must have claimed the cards because I don't know where else it would be. Alright, one more. Hey, I hope that you join me in the Discord or watch me live on YouTube, which is where I'm live streaming. You can see people have watched for an average of 29 minutes, so thank you very much. I've got some playbacks as well. The stream seems to be in excellent condition. Oh. Matched up, recently played with the Fire Splinter. I'm not going to win, but I got to try, otherwise I'm going to be stuck at the novice level this season. Okay, 29. That's actually pretty good. So let's put something heavy up front. Maybe Goblin Mech. And then Rexy and the Stone Golem. And then Prismatic Energy. I'd rather have Prismatic Energy. Do I have any ones? No. Alright, that's good for now. So Liana Natura is my summoner, and then I'm using the Goblin Mech, Rexy, and Prismatic Energy. Rumble. Let's see if my team can take on these awesome looking cards. Yes! I did it! So now I can claim my reward, and let's try to do it properly this time. Ooh, an alchemy potion. That's cool. Ooh, fire quest. Alright, so now I need to stir the volcano. The volcano in the burning lands, which give power to the Phyrexians' magic, has been dormant for too long. Assemble a team to venture out and rekindle the flame. Destroy anyone who gets in your way. The objective is to win 5 ranked battles with the Fire Splinter, and the reward is 1 loot chest. That's pretty cool. So I got 12 days in this season to reach champion, which is, wow, 150 loot chests as a reward. That's pretty cool. I have a few cards. I am but a simple Splinterlands peasant with my booster pack and other cards that I've won along the ways. What's really cool about these cards is you can buy and sell them. They can be traded, and you can list them on Splinter, or the marketplace, I guess is what it is. Here we go. You can see this Yodin Zaku. Here's all the cards for sale. And some of them go up to $178 relative value, $200 for this level 1. Yodin Zaku, that's cool. I've watched this game get built from the ground up, and it's pretty impressive to see all these fantastic ideas that have been turned into playable cards. And tradable cards, not just playable, but because you can play with most types of cards. Now these are obviously high value offerings, but I've got my own cards, and I can battle with them, and they're pretty cool. I got a giant rock. It's worth 7 cents, or 15 dark energy crystals. And you can earn dark energy crystals by playing the game and winning, which hopefully you do if you play. But you can't win every round, and if you never play, you can't win. Alright, we'll do one more. And then I might start the live stream over again a little bit later. Maybe I can find someone who'd like to be featured on HiveCoffee. Oh, I forgot my coffee in the microwave. Where the heck did I put it? Must be. No, I put it down somewhere. Fine. I will play. I'll try some of these new cards that I've got. Ant miners? Interesting. Hey, thanks for watching live. I'm just hanging out here tonight, recording, well, live streaming straight to YouTube, and I've got this on my HiveCoffee page. If you're watching on HiveCoffee after the fact, please join the Discord so that we can chat the next time I decide to record or live stream. Alright, time to battle. Oh wow, super effective. Yes! Wow, what was that card? I just annihilated. What the heck was that card? Naga Fire Wizard? Well, there you go. Where is it? Naga Fire Wizard in action, just annihilated. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's pop over to the created page on Leo Finance and have a look at some of the new posts that have been posted. We have Follow Your Dreams by Celio Guga. Remember, tomorrow you will have one more chance to chase your dreams. Very inspiring. Every day we wake up and receive the gift of a new beginning. Thank you. Have an excellent day. I'm going to pop out of the Discord chat for now. I'm going to see if I can change the settings next time so it's not beeping so much, but I'm still live on YouTube for another minute here. Please sign up. Sign up at ecency.com. That's ecency with 2 C's. Join. This is the home of free speech and rewarding communities. One account manages everything on the blockchain. You can log into ecency. You can download the app, ecency. You can log in, but also I recommend PeakD. You can use PeakD to sign in and curate the blockchain. But I'm especially recommending people use Leo Finance because of these fantastic tokenomics. It's an experiment, but it works. I'm going to go find my coffee. I thought I made it and brought it up here, but I seem to have put it down somewhere. So you all have a fantastic night, and I will see you on the next HiveCoffee live stream. Maybe we can get a couple people in here and we can have a very engaging conversation. Either way, I think I will be able to edit a little bit of this live stream over the past 2 hours now. 2 hours I've been live streaming, and we had some good conversations. We'll see what I do with it. Thank you so much. That's all for now. Maybe I can do like an outro here.